So you didn't really try like Tinder, Hinge. You didn't try all those like.
Tinder here is for something else. I don't know.
You know what it's for?
Yeah, Tinder.
So what's it for? How do you know?
No, I've heard from Peter's stories.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Afro Journal podcast, where we aim to bridge the gap between the African diaspora and the continent through open dialogue, shared experiences, and good vibes. And today we have another banger. This is a very special episode. This is a throwback episode, but it's also a very holistic episode at the same time.
Wow.
Huge words from my
dropping English and grammar.
Okay, I'm going to class because I need to drop some huge words.
Yes,
we have a very special guest with us and a very special topic today. Before we move further than that, it's your boy Peter and Eseosa Jr., Chef Pirero.
Boom. It's your glazed chocolate donut. Got the brown on today, the chocolate. Bole akume.
Yeah. And it's your vintage chocolate, your toasted caramel, your green flag, the calm in your storm. She's some AGK Jerry.
Eseosa is just raising up my eyes.
Nah, man, she's feeling that vibe. She's feeling that vibe.
She's like, okay, what's all this nickname?
I'm actually like, I'm not chocolate, but
but as you can see, we have a very special guest. Can you just give us a quick introduction?
Oh, my name is Eseosa Bello. I guess that's all I need to say.
Give them your credentials. They want your age, your address.
My age? You don't ask a lady. You don't ask a lady her age.
You know what? Because we grew up together. I still keep on asking, like, say that you're a lady is kind of still like foreign to you. It's like, this is the same girl that I grew up with. You know what I mean? It's like all this lady thing. Yeah, you're
thinking about Eseosa, Eseosa,
yeah. She's a lady now, man. She's a big
man.
Girl.
Yes.
All right, she's a woman. With a W in the beginning. Big one. All right, but today's topic is going to be quite interesting. As you can see, we have two beautiful black ladies in front of us, and it's going to be about dating as an African/black woman in 2022. All right, so before we get right into it, I just want to say shout out to my beautiful black woman. I know that there have been so much agendas and falsifications.
Really? Peter just has to pander real quick.
Me. And in this episode, I shall earn your support and your dignity, everything.
Okay.
All right.
Are you coming back home? Are you coming back home?
I was never gone.
You're never gone. Okay. I don't know if Eseosa knows what we're talking about, but
I'm just here watching what you guys have to say.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just say that Peter was very susceptible to
what?
To the ladies of the Caucasus Mountains.
With your falsifications. Alright, let's get right into it. So let's just open our relationship status right now. I'm currently single. I'm not dating anyone. And Chiso, are you dating anyone?
Are you sure, Peter? I thought you had a girlfriend like last week. What's up?
No, I don't have girlfriends.
Exposed.
I'm single.
Yeah, me too. I'm single. Happily single. Am I searching? Not really, to be honest. I'm just chilling, single and chilling.
Why are you not searching?
I'm searching for money, so that money just taking all my
the
attention.
bag comes first.
Yeah. Bag.
One of the ladies?
I am single as a Pringle. You could say I'm searching.
You're definitely searching.
Just know that Niger Babe has entered the chat.
Bole, what is
That's all I'm saying.
Go back to what that episode with Melania and Davi where Bole was rejecting Nigerians. Look at her now. They always come back. That's just all I can say. They always come back.
Once you go Nigerian, you never go back.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen. Eseosa, how about you?
Yeah, I'm single. I've been single for a while. I like it though.
How long is a while?
You have to love yourself first before you.
That's facts.
You have to be comfortable with being single because of it's a tough world out there, and like if you're always sharing your heart multiple times and you're always chasing that state of relationship, it can be very negative towards yourself and also your general environment. it can be it can become very toxic. So be aware of that. Be comfortable with being single and stuff
But
like
a lot
that.
of people like toxic relationships. I don't understand the.
Yeah, I'm not part of that.
That's true. Like, I
I'm
mean,
not-
some
I'm
people
not
just need
doing-
some entertainment in their lives.
I'm not doing
Yeah.
beatboxing with my wife or my girlfriend.
Yeah, so they like the drama. Like they don't like all them like they think peace is boring.
Yeah.
But to be fair though, like they also have their reasons for it. Like some people are not really raised in a calm household. They've never seen anything
Yeah.
different. So like there's different reasons why. But that's a different topic, sure.
All right. So, it's 2022. We're in the times of COVID-19, lockdown.
Are we still?
I mean, kind of still.
I mean, so say you guys still locked down in Canada.
Canada is wild though.
Yeah. But
You guys
no,
still
we're
locked
not.
down?
No, we're not. We're not.
So I was like, because we're not locked down here anymore.
But we've been on lockdown for a minute. Like everybody's like outside. I don't understand like the Canadian government, but like we are just like
Trudeau.
on it. But
Yeah.
still, it was so hard to date during the lockdown too because like you can't go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So
like,
that's what I wanted to actually talk about. So, how was dating in the COVID time period, especially as a black woman? I know that they're like, Hinge, Instagram, online dating. Like, talk about that, of like that transition from like walking around, being able to meet dudes around you, then all of a sudden that shut down and you had to move online. Like, what was that transition for you guys?
Should I go first or?
Yeah. you go
Yeah.
first.
I just feel like I don't really like online dating. I like meeting my person
Yeah.
live. So I really didn't do that much of like Tinder or like those extra stuff. Like I met people live where like sometimes you go outside. Like it's not like nobody could go out. So you could go to the grocery store and see somebody. Like that's
grocery
how I
stores.
met. that was
It's
that
also-
was the place.
So you are social distancing. Yeah? You are.
Well, basically that was it. Like, and then obviously it's not the same as when like everybody was out, but like I feel like that was the only way I met people, right? And it's not really the best place to meet somebody. Like, you're really just trying to buy your food.
Wait, are you one of those people that go to the grocery stores with their bonnets and all that?
No.
No, you don't. Oh, Body could be happy with you.
Yo, but like it was kind of hard, but like I wasn't really focused on dating anyways, because but
So you didn't really try like Tinder, Hinge. You didn't try all those like.
Tinder
Dating.
here is for something else. I don't know.
You
if-
know what it's for?
Yeah, Tinder.
So what's it for? How do you know?
No, I've heard from Peter's stories. I've been telling me his stories.
That's the
I'm just
guru.
like, okay.
Oh no,
That's
chill! Jesus Christ, no, it's guru. Chill on that. I mean, I have no Tinder stories. Maybe a few.
Yeah, Tinder is just like savage. I feel like more people are on Bumble, but like still, it's just it's not my forte. So I
think is Bumble the one where the ladies slide in the DMs first?
Yeah, the ladies have to
Yeah.
talk first.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, the only dating app I've ever been on is Tinder,
Yeah, same.
and
here
that was
too
only
as well.
and that was literally just for ego boost. It was literally
I'm
for
so
nothing
dead.
else.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
just
during the
I just wanna see-
COVID-19
I just want to see who's swiping on me. That's it. I see you.
I was like, this guy
I see
swiped
you
on
see
me.
me.
I mean, I'm
and
not
that's
gonna
it.
do
But I'm
anything
never
with
going to
you.
message you or nothing.
Yeah.
That's what it ends. But I've had Tinder for like probably like 2 years now. I don't think I've opened Tinder in like 2 years. Yeah.
I open it here and there just for fun, just to swipe.
sure,
Like say, this girl.
sure, yeah. Here
No,
and
that's just
there.
I'm dead as you can ask you someone. I don't go on dates. I don't do
Every-
dates.
every
True.
day, every
Peter
day,
really don't
like-
be doing that.
No, I don't. I don't do every day. That's just like when you're a fine boy, you just know. You don't have to seek constant daily validation. Like I got that when I was a child already. I'm
Alright.
good.
Heard it.
I'm sufficient
Like-
enough.
Heard it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm sufficient enough. I mean, so Bola, you can go with your experience with online dating. How you transition from, because of you just came out of a relationship and you had to like get into
Yeah.
that online dating. So how was
I
that for
came
you?
out of my relationship. I ended my 4-year relationship like during
Bachelor's
COVID.
degree. Yeah.
That was slightly, literally. That was a little bit before like we were on lockdown, and then while we were on lockdown, I had my little quarantine bay. But that didn't last very long. And then after that, like, I am not a fan of the online dating at all. I feel like it's weird. Like I would hate to tell like my family or friends like, oh, I met my partner through an app. Like that's so like such a foreign concept to me, and I think it's so like it makes me like cringe.
Yeah,
Really?
But I've tried Tinder, I've tried Hinge. Honestly, the men on there are not it. This is not what.
but I feel you though. I mean, imagine telling your African parents you met this guy.
Yeah, like that's
on Hinge. They'll be like, what is Hinge?
Yeah.
Like, you want me to unhinge your head? What's wrong with you?
I think that's different. I disagree with that concept of like. Oh,
You think
I
your
can't
parents
go
will be
out.
fine with it?
I think they'll be fine because of his modernity. Modernity. If that makes
I feel
sense.
like
It's just-
parents are like more like what they call it, free with men. Like
Yeah.
a man can say he met his babe on Tinder,
Yeah.
but like if you're a woman and you like, I feel they're very traditional, and it's just like, okay, why are you on Tinder looking for a man? I don't know for you, but for me,
Like,
I'm
go
like,
to church, fam. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. The way I see it, just more like, I mean, like if I tell my friends I met a woman on Tinder, first of all they'll be asking me what Tinder is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
If I
that's
tell
the
them,
whole thing.
if I paint the picture of what Tinder actually is, they'll be like, just unmeet that woman. Like immediately.
no,
You know what I'm saying? But, like,
but you have to
if-
give them the actual use of Tinder, not
No.
the culture of it as well. You have to give both
culture
sides.
is
Because
the
always-
actual
But
there's
that's
always
the
going to be
culture is
corruption.
what it
The
is
culture
right
is
now.
what-
No, but there's
the
always
culture
going
is
to
what
be-
it is, bro.
There's always going to be the negativity. You know what I mean? It's like when you're in the world, there's always going to be that toxic trait. So you just have to filter that. That's
But you
your
also have
job.
to account for. Yeah, I feel that, but you also have to account for the fact that African parents like to do background check, right, on their people. So like,
Yes,
if
sir.
they'll ask you where's our family, you know, what do they
Uh-huh.
do, you know, things like that. And if all the information they have is Tinder, they'll be like, what? Like, why would you even like consider something like that? I think the concept is foreign to them because it took me years to even get my parents to accept the concept of dating.
Dating, yeah.
Because what it was to them is something different. So if you don't go and tell them, oh, I used Tinder to swipe on a girl, and then they shift over to me, it's like, bro, like,
I low-key think my parents have heard all my stories on this podcast, so
oh yeah.
that's why they've heard all my
Yeah, lost cause they'll just accept.
my dating experience. That's like, yeah, this boy, man. But okay, I mean, so online dating is a no-no for both of you.
but it works for some people. I mean, like they're like serious online dating apps. Like if you're going on that, like you pay big money to like actually get on that,
Christian
and then
Amingo.
not those ones. Like I'm,
Match.com.
Match.com.
but they
I
are
mean, there's a
serious
new one
ones.
called Upward.
Of
Damn.
course, you some would know that one.
I mean, I see the ads on Instagram. I see the ads. They've been trying to get me in
yeah,
there.
you see the ads. You see the ads. You see
They
the
see the ads on
Ads.
Instagram.
You see the ads.
Yeah, like matchmakers even use those ones to like get people together, but I don't think it's that serious. Like if you don't meet your person like live
Yeah.
and you have to do, for me, I don't know, for other people it might be different, but if I don't see them live and like actually vibe and have that connection,
Facts. I mean, I think this goes back to like where we grew up when we went to Lekki British. Just drop that. So me and Eseosa, we've been friends since I was 11, and you know we grew up to secondary. We spent secondary 5 years together,
are
constantly.
we the same age or am I older?
I think you're a year older than me, slightly,
Okay.
like maybe a few months older than me. I'm 1998. I think you're 1997, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a few months older than me. But we're in the same year and we grew up together. She saw me as a, you know, nugget, a chicken.
I say nuggets,
you know,
chicken
and just
nuggets.
a fish.
Nugget
she
is
saw me-
sweet, oh. Nugget is sweet. Don't say nugget.
I was so innocent year 7. Year 7 Peter was wholesome. I was looking for love. I would like one girl the whole year and do nothing about it. That was year 7 Peter. And then year 11 Peter is a completely different boy.
Sure. That's not what I remember.
It's a completely different. I like one girl the whole year. Year 11.
Alright, so tell us what you remember. What do you actually remember? What do you remember?
Faitoko is a
Talk.
bachelor.
Oh, open his yash. This is it. This is
There's
Peter's
nothing
diary
you said
right
I've
here.
not said on the
This is
podcast.
Peter's diary.
But I
Right,
didn't
a
actually
journal.
see you. Didn't you like this babe? Asari or something like that? For a
Asari
long-
was year 7, year 8, either one.
Peter remembers her
Oh,
name.
okay.
That must have been deep, bro.
Yeah, bro. When you like a girl for a whole year, you will never forget. Yes, I say.
Yo. But yeah, Peter was like my G. We used to always gist. And there's something, Peter, you remember you were like, it's so sad you're going to spoil. When you go, you're going to spoil. Can you remember you saying that? You don't
Me?
remember?
I don't remember.
You literally be saying, and I'm like, no, I'm innocent. Don't tell me that. Yeah.
Peter was trying to influence somebody.
Yo, just so chill. Let's do. Yo, chill. I'm a good boy.
Ew.
I'm a good boy. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. I don't remember that. Me saying that.
Yeah.
But we had so many like mornings together, so yeah, you probably don't remember, but some things stick with other people, and you get. But I'm still innocent, so.
Hallelujah.
Energy. Round of applause.
But let's talk about that. I mean, dating in secondary school wasn't really. It was kind of a thing, but only a thing in the later stages of our secondary school years, like year 10, year 11. That's when dating was kind of like a thing.
Yeah.
I know year 7, year 8, year 9 was kind of joking around, just let me hold your hands. But there were obviously those few experiences where you find out, they are kissing, or they are touching themselves,
Looking at pants.
Yeah, exactly. That was like year 7 scandalous kind of stuff. It's when you entered year 10, year 11. That's when you saw these guys are actually doing some wild ass shit.
Wildness.
I wonder how people actually have like high school sweethearts that they actually get married to. Like, obviously it didn't happen in our school, but like there are people that actually date someone in high school and then end up being with the person.
Yeah.
I think it's the persistency and the condition you're also in as well. I don't think our conditions were good enough to build that type of relationship. You know what I mean? Because usually all of us travel abroad to different places. So just imagine not seeing a girl for 5 years and still saying you're in love with her. I mean, actually, I can see that.
It's possible,
but like not love. I can see that you're still, you still have affections for her. I'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know, but not love.
I mean, I also say like a lot of the people that end up getting married and things like that. I mean, mostly in I guess outside of Nigeria is where I see that, right? Like they were groomed. You know, the parents are involved in the relationships. It's not something that they're hiding. When you're dating in Nigeria, you don't tell your parents. You know, that's a secret affair. You know, you don't even tell your teachers, because if the teachers find out, you're getting suspended.
You get to say your parents, everyone in the whole.
That's what I'm saying,
no.
So it's like, so it wasn't like a thing where it's like, oh, like this is my babe, I'll tell the world, and then it's just pretty much your set guys that know, and that's about it. You generally know that after school it's probably not going to be the case. You're going to move on with your lives, and but obviously you still try and see where it leads. At least for some people. I mean, I didn't do all that.
Yeah, I mean, so I just wanted to lead into this. So what's your experience dating in Nigeria compared to dating in like Canada or the West? Like, could you describe like how the men are? You know what I mean? What they approach, like the customs and stuff like that.
So the thing is that after like secondary school, I actually had a gap year. So I was in Nigeria and I was actually dating like for real.
Wow.
Like you were in a relationship or you were going on dates?
No, I was in a relationship, right?
Ooh, okay.
And I feel like that was actually my first like real relationship, but like obviously it didn't work out because I came over here, right? And then time difference, and yeah, it obviously didn't work out. But I wouldn't say like it's like I didn't tell my parents then, because I was like how old? I think I was like 15 or yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to 16.
Yeah, but I still talk to the guy right now. Like we're still friends, but yeah, that was like my first real relationship. It wasn't like hold hands or anything. It was like serious.
Was it from our school?
No.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out who it is.
Was it Olaolu? Was it Olaolu?
Olaolu? There's actually an Olaolu that said.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that.
I was like, no.
No. Hell to no.
Shout out to Olaolu though.
Yeah, shout out. But like when I got here, like yeah, dating was like, I really didn't date too. Like I met someone in high school and then we were dating for a while.
You came here for high school as well?
Like pre-uni.
Kind of like me.
Like
So you
pre-uni.
did
Oh,
like
okay.
like year 11, year
Yeah,
12 kind
pre-uni.
of sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was serious. Like I mean, we dated for a very long time.
How long is a long
How
time?
long? Yeah.
Like 6 years.
Oh,
6
shit.
years.
PhD.
Damn.
I think I said PhD.
It wasn't like straight up
Dead.
6 years. It wasn't like straight up 6 years. It was
Yeah,
Okay.
but the development
up.
of the relationship was 6 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting. So, could you tell us the difference and that? Like, how will you feel? Obviously, in Nigeria, it's more of like you said, like more of a secret type of thing. You don't want to let your parents know. It's on the down low. You know what I mean? Like, was like, did you guys go on dates in Nigeria?
Yeah, we
and
did
stuff like
go
that?
on dates, but it was still like, because my parents are like always busy anyway, so like they come back, like I know the time they are coming back, so I usually like go out before they come back, like those were my dates, like it was like secret dates, and then yeah, but like I feel like if I was in Nigeria, like I stayed in Nigeria, it would have progressed the same way like this relationship progressed, because I feel like I'm like one man person, like I would just stick, if I like you for a long time, kind of thing. So like yeah, it's kind of like the same. I feel like now obviously I'm older, so like if I go back, it would still be like my parents will know about it. Like it's not something I'm going to be hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dating this guy.
They're asking the question, "Oh, where's your husband now?" That's crazy. We're at the stage they're asking, "Oh, where's your husband?"
We're in the stage where our parents are getting married.
Yo.
All
That's
right.
crazy.
Thank you.
But what about you though? Like, do you
Yeah,
think
I was
there's a
gonna say.
difference in your experience between like I guess African men and Western
I mean,
men?
your experience is kind of different because of you. All your dating experience came in the U.S. But
Yeah.
like, can you talk
But she's
about?
dated like different kinds of men, right?
Yeah, she did.
Have you? I guess. Sounds like actually
Actually,
no.
like, but like, what?
I mean,
what,
what's the definition of date?
yeah, I was going to say this. Like, what do you think is the difference between dating, like, because you date majority African men? Like,
I
what do you think is
only
your
date
experience?
African men.
You only date African men. So, what do you think is your? That's well, you,
What's your reasoning for that? Let's put it
Yeah.
like that, right? Because obviously there's a reason you stay away, right? So what do you think the experience would be if you like if you stepped outside of that? And you also have friends that are non-Africans, right? Just imagine
Yes.
dating them.
yeah.
What
You
would that
guys
be
have
like?
just you guys just
Yeah.
between yourselves. Like, what do you
I
think is the
think
difference?
For me, it's just like it's like a culture thing. Like I don't want to go into a relationship and have to like teach somebody, you know, about my ethnicity, my tribe, my cultural language, things like that. Like I feel like that shouldn't be my job and that shouldn't be put on me as a person in the relationship, which is why I gravitate towards, you know,
Nigerian. Continue.
towards African men because there's like familiarity there. Is that how you say it? Familiarity?
Yeah.
So like they have their own cultures. I have my own culture, but like there's
that connection.
there's commonality between it. So we're still gonna end up, you know, learning things here and there, but like as a whole, we understand. And I just prefer that than having to be a teacher to somebody.
So you would say your preference is African men.
My preference, yes.
So how about you?
Well, like I actually don't have a preference. Like if I like, my preference is actually tall men.
Oh,
Period.
That's very disrespectful.
you know what they say? Short. Wait, what's tall to you? What's tall to you? Because tall is very subjective.
I'm 5'11".
Yeah, she's taller than me, by the way.
So tall is like 5'9" and above.
No, tall is like 5'11" and above.
Shout out to my 5'9" niggas, man. Still shoot your shot.
I'm sorry, but like it's to me, like I feel like I should be like eye level because it's just like it feels better.
I doesn't want to be looking down.
No, because I also have like obviously I'm 5'11" and I'm a little bit like thick, right? So if I'm with like someone that's, let's just say 5'9" and he's like a little bit skinny, I just look like his big sister,
it's
right?
No, but he can be thick too as well. Like you both can be.
Yeah, that's
be
like
like it.
yeah, he can be thick.
Yeah, that muzzle.
But I'll just
But she's still looking down at him.
Yo, man, you guys are disrespecting short kings. That's what I have to say.
no, I'm not
You
saying
guys are
short. Some short guys are actually wonderful people, but like there's just a preference. It's the same way you like girls that are like certain ways. Like if you see a girl, you know that that's your type, right?
Yeah. I like
Fair
looking up instead of looking down. Personally speaking.
That's the step right there. You know, like so.
Yeah.
All right. So, Chiso, what's your own preference?
I mean, when it comes to, I think I'm with Bole, right? Like I generally like African women, more specifically Nigerian women. But the funny thing is, I haven't dated in Nigeria to really validate that statement, though. Right? You get what I'm saying? So like, so I know there's a difference between Nigerians that were born, raised, and spent their whole life in Nigeria. There's Nigerians that have born, raised in Nigeria, moved to America, kind of like me, right? Like maybe at a certain age, you come here, you've been acclimated to the culture here, and then there's Nigerians that have just been here the whole time. I generally prefer I don't know what my preference is. I think I prefer Nigerians that have been in Nigeria the whole time, but then
Okay.
now I'm beginning to think maybe I like someone that's also stepped foot outside Nigeria because Nigeria basically be chopping your money, fam. Like when you go home, yo, those women, God Almighty, right? But I also want to say I like African women in general, right? So it's not just limited to Nigerian women, but. Like, okay, I'll say this, right? Like, I guess it's also the culture. Like, when I went back home in 2018, at this point, I was probably like 18, 19. I forget how old I was, right?
You're
Like, I
20,
went
bro.
home.
Calculations.
Was that
I
20?
just did it for you.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. So I went home, right? And then obviously you go out to maybe parties and things like that. You see a babe, bro. Before this girl actually knows my name, she's asking me to buy shawarma. Buy
Oh my
this, buy that.
gosh, yo.
It's like, babe, I literally just started talking to you for like 2 minutes. Like,
But
can
she's
you?
telling you how to like her now. She's telling you.
Oh my god. She's telling you how to like her.
How to like her?
Oh my
I mean,
god.
like every woman loves food. So if you're not buying her
Facts.
shawarma anyway, so like
Before you learn my
move on.
name,
why are you stepping
I'm
to
like,
me?
that's how the next thing I buy her the shawarma, I give her my number. She saves my number as shawarma boy. You get what I'm saying? Like,
if you're the type of man that you're buying food for a girl and you don't even know her name yet, you're a pussy hole.
whoa,
Straight facts.
oh.
I'm
What
saying
if you're
it.
being
That's-
benevolent, fam?
Huh?
What if you're just being benevolent? You
No,
know,
that's
being like
fine. But
philanthropist?
if your aim
Yeah.
is to try to toast that girl and you don't even know her
Yeah.
name already, get
Yeah.
your order straight.
Yeah,
That's
you're
why.
being
Find out her name,
benevolent.
then you can buy the shawarma at least. Just a random ass
Yeah.
girl, she'll just take that thing and leave your ass. It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And then
Where did she
very soon, you know, like you know, in America, it's girls in the club. They want your drinks. In Nigeria, they want your shawarma. And they want your, you know, your food. It just depends on what it is, right? But obviously,
That
that's
doesn't
like
sound
my.
right.
I just clocked that. That's a good one right there.
But the thing is that, like, at the end of the day, it's just like my very limited experience. I haven't actually been an adult and spent a considerable.
Yeah,
That word?
English.
Considerable
Hold
amount
it,
of time in Nigeria. Thank you, entered. All right. So I would say I think I generally prefer women that have been, you know, like they're obviously Nigerian, African, whatever it might be, born and raised, everything, but also are not extremely like traditional in that Nigerian mindset where like you see a
Yeah.
guy 2 seconds in. To me, it's about the principle, right? I don't mind buying you food. But at least have the decency of learning my name first. You get what I'm saying? Like at least
A little small talk.
You know, like small talk.
Nobody
you know?
nobody asked you to toast the girl though. And so if that's her own approach.
I mean, that's what I'm saying now. But like, you know, they be giving you the eyes. You know, they be like, oh, you know, they you know how girls be doing, right? They'll be.
We're living in the modern day. This one's that girls are acting like as if you guys don't give us signals. Not lie.
That's what
This
I'm
is not
saying,
the olden
right?
days.
You see
all
the
right?
signals, you see everything. You approach,
You don't.
you try and check.
You don't even need to buy shower. You can even get the girl to share half of her shawarma for you at this point.
Honestly,
Straight facts.
honestly, I agree with that. Like, if you
Straight
know what you're
facts.
doing,
If you know what you're doing as
doing.
a guy, you can do that.
And it's also easy to pinpoint them, right? So, like, I'm not trying to pretend like obviously you don't know the girls that are trying to play with you. I think it's very
Yeah.
easy to like spot them from a mile away, right? But then when it comes to dating, I also don't date that much, so I think I'm a terrible resource, right? Like, I don't like just because when I say I'm single and chilling, like I've been in one relationship. After that, I haven't really tried dating that much. I've gone on dates here and there, right? But I haven't done it consistently enough to form like a proper opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Shout
think
out to
that's my
Kamala
experience.
Harris. Okay.
Oh man.
All right,
Yeah.
my answer to the question about preference, I don't think I have a preference. I've never had a preference since I was young. Like I like who I like, regardless of skin, race,
I thought you were
religion.
coming back home.
Religion. I'm
He said he
always
never
there.
left.
You
I
never
left.
left.
I never left. I've just opened my eyes. You know when people have the fifth eye or the third eye
Yeah.
or stuff like that. That's kind of like me. I'm on a
Yeah.
whole different. I'm looking at a different dimension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what. Yeah, but me personally, I never had a preference. I mean, I've dated girls who are not even part of my religion, like Christianity, which was like a huge thing. My parents were like, "Oh, you know, you must marry a Christian," type of stuff. You know what I mean? So like, I've never really had any problem with dating people. As long as I like you and I like your personality, I like your goals, ambitions, your vibes, then I can go with it. In terms of dating in general, I haven't gone on an actual date with a girl.
Wow.
Like, oh, me and
Like
you.
ever?
No. Like just me and you go for dinner, go to the movies. I've never needed to ask, or never wanted to even ask,
Damn.
because of when I came to the US in year 11, I was fresh off the boat, skinny boy, didn't have any muscles. I don't think I mean, the girls that were attracted to me, I wasn't feeling them, so I was like, I'm not dating anyone, right? And then year 12 came, and I was just like, what's the point of getting in a relationship at this point, you know? And plus, I tried to shoot my shot with one of these girls, and I got X'd. So I was just like, it is what it is. We move on. So that's when the WPI came. I was like, in college, it was such a huge thing of like, bro, you can't enter a relationship, right? Because it will be a distraction. You want to get good grades. You want to make sure that your stuff is in order, your life is in order before a girl comes break your heart. I've actually seen like guys break down because of girls broke up with them.
Yeah.
Like, with my own 2 eyes. I've seen that shit. So I didn't date in college, but I had like, you know, flings here and there. You know what I mean? Situationships. Or
I was like, I can get everything that I want without taking them out on the dates. So why I take them out on the dates? Like,
everyone on the Afro Journal already knows the story. So I haven't really asked out a girl on a date. I mean, to be realistic with you, I think that I could ask a girl out on a date and she would say yes and we can go. Because I'm okay with communicating with you, discussing with you, planning out a day and stuff like that. It's just that I've never needed to ask. But obviously, I'm at an age where I probably need to gain that experience, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Why do you need the experience? Like,
just to feel comfortable in that situation, because it's something new. When you haven't done something before, there's always that anxiety that comes with it, right? Even though I feel like I'm comfortable with women, there's always that anxiety of like, damn, like, it's just me and you on a dinner date.
And somebody you actually like.
Yeah, someone you actually like too is like, it's weird.
like, I don't know if I like her yet. You know, like, we're just on a date.
I always have different approaches in terms of how I get girls, and dating was never a resource that I used or utilized.
Do you feel like you reserve dating for someone that you think you actually want to be in a relationship with?
Yes, 100%.
It's kind of like if I don't think I'm going to be in a relationship with you, I don't take you on.
Yeah, let me just say this: if you know, we need to find a nickname for this girl, but we're going to bleep it. If right, if had like give me that opportunity, I'll take that girl out on a date. I'll hustle that money way more or the other to get that girl on a date. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that. Let me just say it, because it's kind of disrespectful to all the girls I have been with. It's not as if you guys are not dateable, but there was never the opportunity for you guys, for me to actually utilize that. That was just it. You know, it was never taken that seriously.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're already on the wifey mindset. With this other girl, you're the wifey mindset. So it's like, so it's different.
So you feel like the next person. I feel like some guys, when they get to a certain age, it's like the next girl I'm going to be with. It's like, that's my wife.
I'm at that stage.
That's Peter.
Ask Chisom and Bole. I've been saying that since the beginning of the Afro Tour. Ever since quarantine, I'm like, bro, I'm not talking to multiple like girls or trying to do anything with girls. Like, I'm just done. I just want one girl, peace and quiet. Because in college, it was kind of like an emotional roller coaster sometimes. Like, if you know the Afro Journal episodes, junior year, I went to an emotional roller coaster because of a girl that I was not even dating. I was just...
It'd be like...
You're crushing.
we had a thing, right? But...
Situationship.
It was just a situation that like, got flimsy from both sides. You know what I'm trying to say? And... I got emotional about it and I didn't like that. Obviously, it didn't distract me from my school because I'm still a Niger guy. Like, work is guaranteed always. Yeah. But still, like, emotionally, I was like, damn, man. I really like this guy. Jason was there when I was going through that whole experience.
Did you cry?
Cringe. I don't cry. I never cried for.
Are you sure? Would you say
sounds like I'm a hard guy, man.
It's okay.
Nah. The only woman I'll cry for is my wife and my sisters and mother.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And maybe anime too as well. You can add anime. All right. Oh god. So that's with preference. All right. So we can go into parental expectations right now. I think that is something that we all deal with. So Eseosa, can you talk about that? Like, what do your parents like? You're in that age range. I don't want to say your age, but you're in that age range of like your parents are like, Eseosa, where's your boyfriend? Like, when can I meet your husband? Because my mom is also doing that same thing to me. It's like, oh, where's your girlfriend, bro? I'm like, mommy, I have
so your mom truly believe that you're ready to be married, bro?
No, I don't think they know, but they know that like I could get a girl. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Yeah. So they're just joking around. Oh, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Where's your girlfriend? That's the joke that they're playing around with me. Right, but Eseosa, how about you?
I feel like right now, because my sister is getting married in December.
Which one?
It's not.
My elder sister.
The eldest one, okay.
So like right now, it's kind of like okay, it's more pressure because like okay, like one of them is out.
Yeah.
Like the second one and then the last child, right? My mom
Yeah.
asks me like frequently, like, oh, who are you talking to? Because I'm still like in the age where it's like, oh, it's okay, it's acceptable. But like, but like I also feel like with that person, it's not like my parents are not like tribalist. Is it tribalist or not tribalist?
Yeah, tribalist.
Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa,
Yeah,
Edo,
like they don't
yeah.
really care, but like it's more of is this person like a family person? Would the person be able to like talk to us? Like, because my family is kind of like close knitted, where like you have to be close to everybody. It's not like it's more like I'm calling your guy. I'm calling your guy to check on Eseosa. Like Eseosa did not call me yesterday. So it has to be that kind of person, right? So my parents are not pressuring me like that, but they are asking just so like they know and they can get to meet the person like one of these days, kind of thing. But yeah, I feel the pressure now. I mean, like my parents never used to ask me like 2 years ago, oh, what's up? Gist me about your. Now it's my mom is asking me, who did you meet? And I'm like,
it's so weird when they switch it up, man. It's so weird
it's
when
like
they switch
you
it
guys
up.
have been telling me not to date or be
Right.
serious, and all of a sudden, you want me to have somebody. I'm like, no. Yeah, basically. But like, I'm still like, it's so hard now because I don't actually know how. Like, I know how to go on dates. Like, I mean, I've been on dates. Like, it's fine for me, but like, I think I have so much expectations now. Like,
Yeah.
like I wish I did. Like, I just knew somebody, and off the bat we just flew, and like, yeah, we ended up it worked.
Wait, what are
out.
some of your expectations?
No, we choose on that's down the line.
Oh,
We
is
have
that
a
down the
section.
line?
We have a
Okay,
section
sorry.
for
Jumping the
that.
gun. I'm jumping the gun.
Let's not jump the road.
Let it
'Cause
marinate
They are
some.
going to create their dream man. So
Yeah.
they're gonna
Okay.
shoot
Okay.
it. Yeah, so
Okay.
they're gonna shoot it. I'll put it out to the world.
Okay.
All right. Bola, how about you with your own dating? Your
So
parents.
it's like you guys are saying, like, you know, your parents are like, oh yeah, where's your wife, where's your husband? My parents, we honestly, I don't know, I don't think we've ever had a conversation about dating or anything in that realm.
Oh, your mom?
Damn.
Yeah, like
Damn.
I never felt comfortable like having a conversation about that with them. And it's funny because when I was in my relationship, like I never mentioned anything about that. They never knew.
Wow.
But
ever
they had
find
met
out?
him. No, they had met him before like we even
Yeah,
started
like,
anything.
I mean,
Yeah, we
I
know.
mean, your dad handed
We
you
know
over
this
to. I take care of my daughter. Sorry, I mentioned his name. Actually, let's not forget to bleep that out.
Yeah, like that. But I've never, you know, had like a sit down conversation or even like in passing. But it's crazy because my youngest sister, she's like 13 or something. And homegirl comes home with a new story every day. Mommy, I like this boy. I'm in a love triangle with this girl and this guy. And I'm just sitting there. My mom's just taking everything. I'm like, you couldn't give me the same thing when I was growing
The
up.
same freedom.
Like,
Are you the firstborn? Are you the firstborn?
I'm the first, yeah.
That's why they always use you guys for like testers.
I was a good girl. But I feel like I'm at that age where like we could have a conversation where I could call my mom and be like, I met this guy and like I like him. I want to see where things go, and I think, you know, she would be okay with it. My dad, he's another case.
Okay.
But in terms of expectations from them, I think they would prefer me to date an African man, a Cameroonian specifically. But I think I could veer out of that if it came to that. Like my sister, she loves her Asians, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna be marrying an Asian man.
Just make sure she doesn't meet a Nigerian man. If she meets a Nigerian man, that'll be done. That'll be done. That love for Asians will be done.
I don't know what it is with Nigerian men. Like, what do you guys do?
Honestly, I won't lie to you. I think it's just the confidence.
It's just nature.
I'll say this. I think our
the
culture.
life chose us.
I think our culture brings that confidence. Like for you to, it's not as if it works every time, but like when you've done something so many times,
It becomes
you
natural.
know, put yourself in that mentality of trying to succeed at something,
You
it just
won't.
clicks.
I
And
understand.
that's
They
how
don't
it
have
is with
any
Nigerian
shame.
men.
I feel like they don't have any
No
shame.
shame at all.
Like you,
That's what
and
it
I
is,
feel like
'cause
that's
you've
what
been
girls
embarrassed.
like.
Y'all are very bold.
Yeah,
We've been
they're very
embarrassed so much.
bold.
Like when you go through secondary school, what is the shame, bro? When they've insulted you,
Yeah, actually true.
it's like they've
Yo,
insulted you,
I-
embarrassed you, done all sorts of things to you.
Yeah.
Is it woman that is like, bro? It is what it is, but we move. She can't be. You don't be like, yeah, and you
Oh
move
my
on with your
God.
life.
Can we just go? Can we just go into a side section
Like a
of this?
segue?
Eseosa, like, can you tell us a story about like secondary school love,
Wait,
triangle that you
what?
know of, or I dated.
You did. I'm joking.
I said I did. Peter said, did I? Peter was beginning to
Did I?
doubt himself.
I was just like,
Did I?
did I? I thought I did. I mean, I know I did, but like, I was just trying, like, what was your experience of like finding that out? Were you like, oh, Peter is like, were you shocked that to find out I was dating a girl or stuff like that? Like, what did you think? I just want to go on that short segment of like, so you can tell them if I was like,
I didn't think you were like because like most people that dated then, it was not really like serious, and I didn't think you were really into like the social life or like trying to date. Like if you liked somebody, you would express it and like try and, but like it wasn't your thing where like, you know, some guys, they have a girlfriend now, the next it's girl, they have that girl, like they're trying,
Yeah.
like you weren't like that kind of person. So like like hearing it wasn't like, I just thought like maybe you wanted to explore, or like
honestly,
and was very beautiful. Like anybody
Yeah.
would like anybody would be like,
I think that was
yeah.
it. I think because we were, yes, I don't know if I
was
can
or
keep her
is
name,
is very
but
beautiful.
yeah, me and became really close friends in year 10 because of this day, because we're both day students and we used to talk a lot during that time. And I think it's just, obviously she was a beautiful ass girl, but I wasn't trying to do anything in the beginning, but all of a sudden I just started, liking the babe, like liking
Sure,
like
you
her
weren't
like
trying,
that.
Peter. You were not trying to do like Peter.
No, I wasn't
She
trying to
doesn't
do
trust you, fam.
anything with her in the beginning.
She
I
doesn't
actually really
trust you,
did.
fam.
I actually
Okay,
didn't really do anything.
rewind.
Rewind.
You weren't a dating guy, but I know you were like a
Boy.
honey guy. Like you,
Fuck boy.
not like you get
You
what I
can
mean.
say
Not
it.
honey.
I
It's
know
alright.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
You know,
It's
you know
alright,
what
you
I
can
mean.
say it.
Like
Yeah.
you wanted to try things. Like
You know when
yeah.
they say gives?
Y-
Do you
yeah,
know when they say
you
gives?
want
If the opportunity
Yeah.
comes, I think.
So like if you see, if you're saying like, oh, you were not, you didn't see it as that, I don't believe that, because I feel I feel like from the beginning, if you saw that she was talking to you and like you guys were vibing.
Let me just say this. This might sound really fucked up, but I feel that there are two different types of categories of women for me. There are women that you like, you know what I mean? You hold your, what do you call it? They're like wifey material. I don't know how to say. They're like, oh, you don't fuck
They're like
with
women that you actually
your-
like, okay, I can actually be in a relationship with this one. And this one's
Not
kind
even,
of like
not
ass.
even that. It's like you don't play around with them. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say? Like you don't touch. You make sure your intentions are pure. What there are women you just play around with. The other side of the coin.
Yes, they
You
play
just play
around
around with. You just play with them one on one. You know what I mean? Badminton. You play badminton.
Whoa.
We get it. We get it. We get it.
I guess
But
it's
that-
badminton.
That's what I mean. And I think was part because I was so careful with anything I did with like extremely like you know what I
But
mean
why do you
precautious
think,
about her.
Why do you think that was? Was it
Because I
she was-
respected her so much. You know what? I
But
respect
like, what is different from her that is like the woman you said that you play around with? It's not like those women were trying anything or doing anything different.
it's just the vibe I got from them. Let me just be honest with you. And what I felt was appropriate at that moment, if that makes sense. And my future intentions, right? If I don't see a future with you, like I really don't care what the negative
Feedback is.
the negative feedback is, if that makes sense. I really don't care because it doesn't mean anything to me. It won't hurt me as much, if that makes sense. But with people like and hate.
Yes, they hate.
I should say you don't hate. Yeah. in a
No,
sense.
we can talk about it after.
Add
We'll talk about
math.
it after.
Oh,
You know that.
I think you have a type. It's not, and you don't know yet. That's the thing.
Oh, what's
Uh-oh.
the type?
So this man of the world has a type, yeah?
I actually think you have a type. Peter likes like light skinned girls that are like short.
Oh,
I can
short.
see it.
Okay.
You like
can see
light
it.
skinned girls that are short. Like it's not like from what I'm seeing, like because there's nothing like H would do or that do that I think was different from what like somebody else in our set would do.
Really?
Like most
I
of the girls
disagree.
in our first of all, most of the girls in our set were kind of like not doing kind of girls.
Yeah, none of them were doing.
So-
None of you girls in our sets were doing anything like that.
So like the question is, so what makes it different?
I mean,
Would
I
you
was
say you
blinded by
liked
love.
Aisha? Would you say you liked Aisha?
Aisha? No, not really. I never liked Aisha's personality though. You know, I was,
Okay,
I
okay.
was, I was in love with H's personality and personality, like the 100%. Like their personality made me fall in love with them, and I think that's really key for me. Like if you really want me, I have to fall in love with your personality. Like you can be beautiful and all, right? I mean, there were beautiful girls in our set. It's the personality that hooks me. Like she was smart. You know what I mean? She wasn't doing all nonsense, which was also a plus. You know what
Oh,
I
you
mean?
thought so?
I thought so. Who knows?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
That's what I thought, right?
H, I'm sorry.
And her personality was on point. She could take jokes. She should give out jokes. That she was also girly sometimes as well. So I don't have to explain Sha, but that's what happened. And in terms of like my preference, it's not because I liked Asari year 7. I liked Rachel year 8. I mean, those are not short, light-skinned girls.
They are short, dark-skinned girls, but
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. So I understand what you were trying to say. We make that connection with H and, but I don't think that those are not the only.
But you remember
subsection of girls I like.
Can we rewind to when he said that like, oh yeah, 7 and 8 were not really serious?
No,
So-
those was
It's young love now. That's young,
Young
love.
love.
You don't
Exactly.
really know
So
what
you
you're doing
can't
there.
compare it to like the main people you started liking when you started becoming a man, or you started seeing what you actually like.
Like,
I mean, to be fair though, like Peter has also like I would say dated, but has been involved with different kind of women since high school, right? Like, cause I went to call it repeater. This is the kind, because it's like the kind of women that he likes. To be fair though, like he always says he likes tall women, and I think it's just a thing that he's doing just for his children, honestly. Like in
Yeah.
reality,
because I always end up with girls that are shorter than me.
yeah, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
in reality, the kind of
I
girls that
don't
Peter be
know
getting, just be like, bro, like she's barely hitting 5'2", fam.
I mean, there are also, let me just say that very few
But he
girls
does
who
like
are
his
above
tall
5'9".
women, though. That was it. Like he
Yeah.
does like his tall women. But I think when he says he likes a lot of women, I believe him.
Yeah.
Just because of the different kind of women I've seen him been involved in. Now, obviously, high school, I can't really speak on that because I didn't really know Peter in high school.
Yeah.
Do you feel like high school, like the people you know from high school, kind of like know you a little bit because then you're just like getting to know yourself like that?
Yeah,
person?
yeah.
They know
You
a
were
side of
raw.
you for sure. They know a side of you for sure. Like let me say the unadulterated side of you in a sense.
Kind
Just
of
'cause you
like
kind of grew up together.
it's kind of
you
like
know,
your
the childish side
exposed
of you, yeah.
layer. You know, when you go to secondary school, people don't know your past and like what you've been through. Your secondary school friends know that layer of like what you did growing up, like your
Yeah.
puberty areas of
Yeah.
like you getting, pimples, puberty. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean,
like
what your
if you were-
hormones
you
were
used to be
doing
the
to
short
you.
guy,
You
you
being
used
a
to,
honey
like-
fuck boy, trying to handle that nonsense
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I
That's
should say, remember when you used to toast our geography teacher?
Me?
No, remember when the boys used to toast the geography teacher?
Okay, I'm like me.
Not you. I mean,
Okay.
not that guy. I know you were thinking about.
Oh my
No,
god, no. Please.
not that guy. But I don't know if it was the geography teacher, but we used to toast. Also, that science teacher that came, that British woman.
Mrs. Halo.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
the accent,
used that.
innit?
Actually, funny, she was light skinned, but like that woman, bro, her nyash, her backside. Oh
I'm
my
dead.
gosh.
This
I'm
is a
not gonna lie to
15-year-old
you.
boy, yo.
15-year-old
Wow.
boy
Or
and
14-year-old
I knew
boy.
that girl. I mean, she was a teacher, but I wasn't gonna really say anything. But her nyash, oh my god, 10 out of 10, 100%. The guys were just talking about her, like, bro, it's like, yeah, man, this girl, this teacher is fine. But obviously, we didn't do anything. It was just back
I mean, you
talk.
can't do shit.
It
Yeah.
was just back talk in the beginning.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Those
funny.
are funny.
But what were we
stories.
talking about before this segue, man?
We're just
Like,
talking about parental
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 expectations.
expectations, right, yeah.
I mean, I'll say this: my parents don't expect me to get married anytime soon. Yeah, I mean they just
They
joke
don't, they
around
don't,
with
they
me
don't
here and
ask
there.
like. I mean, you said they asked, right? Like they asked like.
Yeah, they
oh,
ask,
like,
they joke around with me.
what are you
Little
talking
jokes.
You know what I
to?
mean? But there's
But
no
it's
like
jokes.
pressure like chips, so you need to get a wife soon. I don't think probably because I'm a guy, I don't have that type of pressure on me because I'm concentrated on different things of trying to be financially independent and stabilize my life before I bring a woman into it.
Bole,
Yeah.
Bole,
Yeah.
what would you say is the age you want to like settle down? And obviously it doesn't go like as planned, but like if you were like, okay, now I feel like I am ready.
She's ready.
I want to like.
I'm not ready.
blah, 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 blah.
What would you be like? What age do you think you're like? Okay, I don't mind meeting a man and like starting my life with this person.
Yeah. I mean, preferably, I want to get married by like 27, 28. So I would like to meet a guy and like, be in that dating phase, that like getting to know and really like, this is going to be my partner for like 2-3 years. So let's say 27 minus 3, 24.
24.
I turned 24 in September. So ideally, if it were up to me, I would meet a guy now and start like that dating phase and like, get up to the point where I can tell my parents and introduce them. Because right now, like obviously I've talked to guys since being out of my relationship, but it's never been enough where I could tell my parents like, oh, this is somebody worthy. And I'm not going to waste their time on guys that I obviously know that I'm not going to end up with. Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Look, actually, leading to that now, since you're currently seeking, what do you think are the current struggles of trying to find? Because you guys are, preferably like African men, but I'll just put it in the context of black. So, what do you think is the struggle of trying to date black men nowadays? Like, what are the things that you say, oh, this guy is not meeting my criteria? Like, what are the commonalities that you see within the field of, black men that are available to you? Like, be honest. I mean, I would say
feel
money
like-
is it should be a real thing because of
I feel
Yeah.
like
Same
black
age.
men.
Yeah, I mean, Eseosa go.
I feel like black men I don't know if it's just me, but like black men in Canada, especially like obviously the Nigerian ones, because that's who I would like ideally want to be with, like the people who I would ideally want to be with.
You don't like
They
them
are-
Caribbean guys, yeah?
You the Americans,
Jamaica,
Trinidadians.
Trinidad, yeah.
But like they're just not serious. Like they just want like when there's like a lot of people that are just ready to like be with you and like they're not serious with like relationship. Like if you start talking anything serious or you just have goals, I feel like most of them are like, who's this shorty?
Do you know what? I if you're thinking about the guys that are within the same ages as you, we can't have the same goals.
Oh
'cause-
no.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't feel like it makes sense for you to date the same. I don't know. For me, I feel like I won't date someone that is in my age group, because I am like literally struggling to find like where I'm meant to be and like trying to financially be stable. Obviously, someone in my age group is probably
Is
in the same boat.
Yeah.
Except you want to be struggling with this person. That is good. Like, I mean, like
You grow together.
you grow together. That's good for you. But like, I also want somebody that is going to add to me. I'm not saying someone in my age group will not add to me, but I feel like it's just like you.
Also, you can look up to, right? Yeah, you also you can look up to. It makes sense.
I'm kind of traditional in that
Yeah.
way. Like it's almost like you being with your like getting advice from your elder sister or whatever it is. Like if I have a problem, I want to be able to like meet my partner and be like, oh, like, and then he has like something that he has gone through. When I was like 20, I'm not like saying like all the time you're like, oh, you're young, and you don't know.
Like, yeah, you don't know anything. I have to teach you about life. But I get that someone who has gone through slightly more than you that knows the path you're going through currently.
Yes, exactly. But like, I'll just say like right now, what was the question again?
The struggles with
Struggles.
dating
Yeah,
black
that's a
men,
struggle.
finding
Like,
black men.
and then black men are just like most of them don't actually like black women.
In the West.
And like to be honest, like I feel like it's easier because there's one thing I hear like African women are not African, because some of them say that like mostly Nigerian women are stubborn and they like forming, but it's not like forming. It's
That's
more
been since Nigeria. Forming has always been a this is
Like,
Nigeria. Interesting.
Like it's like I'm not forming. I'm not just going to be easy for you to like talk to
play
like,
around with.
Yeah.
Like so like okay, you want it to be easy, and then you're like, oh, I've gotten you, and then you move to the next person. That's why we are kind of like protective, or like
Maybe your guards up.
guards up on everything. But like that's the problem. They're like, oh, you're forming. I'll just move to the next person. So they don't even try talking to black women, and you find them like going for like, I'm not saying it's the easy way or easy route, because nothing is really easy, but like I would just say like they find it that they would even do better or do more for somebody that's not black than a black woman these days. They would like literally be doing the whole roses and doing extra, and then for a black woman it's like, okay, be an African woman, cook for me.
Oh,
like
I see
Yeah.
what there's like a, rather than them giving, they expect receiving from you.
yeah, they just expect. I'm not saying you should not like you
think
shouldn't
so, though?
expect, but that's like
Okay, cause I don't know, man. Cause okay, the way I see it, right? Like obviously, like that's your experience. I'm not going to argue based on your experience.
Man explain
Right.
for us. Man explain.
But I don't mansplain, fam. I have conversations.
Continue.
All right, but like, I mean, the way I see it, right? Like, I mean, you're talking about like, do you think it's like they're not doing it for black women specifically? Because you're saying like you think most black men don't like black women. I don't know if I agree with that personally.
no, I'm not saying most. I'm just saying
Yeah.
majority not don't like. They end up settling sometimes with, but like when they're dating at first, like they're like, I'm just going to like date like white women or like whatever other races
I
that
think they're
is
just
there.
exploring then. Like,
I
when
would
you
say this.
When you say they, sorry, Peter, let me just say this real
Yeah,
quick, right?
that's
Like,
okay.
when they say like they're going for, are you talking about like they're going to wife these people up, or they're just going to like
Some
kinda
of them
smash
wife.
these
I
people?
mean, like except you're
Like-
going to move back home. Like you find some people
Yeah.
actually wifing these people, and it's not like they are not like we're all women, but like it's still.
I would say this. I think there's definitely not like an easy, like you were saying, but like there's less resistance in the West with the dating culture, and like that obviously being sexual and stuff like that. The African women are not, I mean, they don't do those type of stuff. Like if you want to date me, like be my boyfriend, right? Before we start doing nonsense. And obviously the West is the whole hookup culture, and with the West is very like difficult to
To really
compete
pinpoint who's
against
serious.
that, because of if I was a guy and I was like, I just want to like, I'm a honey guy and I'm talking to an African guy, she's like, oh, blah blah blah, blah, like take me to dinner first, meet my parents, blah blah blah. She's talking all those requirements, right? I just look at you, I can just go to this one right here that is literally in the same, 5 meters away from me, that doesn't want things, she just wants to, have fun. Show her sexual freedom. I'm going to go to this one now.
I feel like
But-
for men, it's the convenience.
It's the convenience. That's
The
what I'm trying to say.
convenience.
That's the whole thing. So obviously, there's obviously
So
the
are you trying
whole-
to say that black women are more inconvenient than
I'll say
white-
African
or like
women,
other
not
women?
inconvenient. I think they have higher expectations. I think
Expect-
African
yeah.
women have high expectations, and I think majority of the people in Canada that I know of that are black are probably of African descent, usually. And I mean, my brother is in Canada too, and he talks about it as well. That he sees a lot of, not his friends, but a lot of black men that date outside, or like that mingle outside their race. Like it's quite common. So I mean, Canada is like what now? 80% white.
No,
A
it's
lot of-
like
a whole
it's
bunch of
it's
white
it's like
people.
80% mixed, like a lot of cultures in one. Especially like in Toronto where I stay, it's like
Yeah.
the main place where everybody comes to. So you can't really like you wouldn't really see like they're Canadians, but like they're from somewhere.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
No, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I just think it's just the convenience of hookup culture that's definitely hard to fight against.
Yeah, and I also think there's a
not something that
difference
exists
between
in
a man.
Nigeria.
Yeah, like there's a difference between a man that's ready to find a wife and a man that's just trying to smash. If a guy is trying to smash, but boy, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, pink, green, yellow. Like, bro, if he finds you attractive, It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he's now trying to find a wife, then he will now be thinking about things like, okay, like, can I actually introduce this girl to my mom? Like things like that. Can I like the culture, is it compatible with, or like do I even like this person's personality? And that's when we now bring up things like goals. They are willing to listen, but I think that's a good way to weed guys out, right? Like they're not even willing to have a real conversation with you. Then you already know from the get go that this guy is really, he's really not here for the long time. He's here for the good time.
And I'll say this from the man's perspective, like when you have so much options, it's like, why would you just restrict yourself to a singular
one person?
You know what I mean? That's when it comes to the value of like, oh, do you actually find value in keeping that so-called similarities of culture, that commonality within a relationship? Most guys are like, do I really care about that? I'm just looking for a woman who is going to treat me right and blah blah. So it's the difference in like priorities, basically, if that makes sense.
But how do you still see like 30-year-old men and like 32-year-old men? For me, I just feel like there's an age range to everything. Like if I feel like if you see someone like some of my age mates, I won't expect them to be ready to get married. I'm saying it like for real. Like I wouldn't expect someone in my age range to want to get married, but someone that's like 34, 35, like I don't see you.
Don't the old, sir.
Yeah, like I don't see you in the same boat as like that person. Like I feel
obviously.
I'm not expecting you to be established. Like life happens, but like I mean, like you should be ready to.
I mean, shout out to Walk Bay. Walk Bay was like in that mode. That's another guy from Boles
past.
My catalog.
Catalog
of bays.
So Walk Bay was one of them. Walk Bay was trying to wife Bole. Bole was like, bro, I'm not ready. But he was ready, and he was 30-ish.
32.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I get what you're saying though. Like, I think there's the expectation, right? Like, at a certain age, like a man has to become a man. Like, you can't remain a boy forever, right? But at the end of the day, like, it's still up to the man to do what he wants to do with his life, and it's the same with women as well.
Yeah, I saw you're saying that most black men between those ranges are not even looking to settle down.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just the people I end up seeing. Like,
like, I mean,
because like as I said, it's only in the grocery stores. But like still, like even like the few I've seen, they're mature, but like they're not just like ready. And I'm like, I feel like if I was in America, like it's a different case because like I feel like it's a wider spectrum, right? It's like
I'm bigger.
Yeah, you find a lot of like African Americans. I feel like here, it's more of like Jamaican Canadians, or like you hardly see that much African Canadians. If I might say, maybe it's just me too, but like for me, I don't really see that. You only see guys like YG, like you know what I mean.
Don't worry, Eseosa will hook you up. We have some glorious.
No, I don't need to be hooked. I feel.
I mean, if you want to see the guy in person, so when you come to, Atlanta, you come to DC.
Are you in Atlanta?
I'm moving to Atlanta in August.
In the fall, yeah.
Wow.
For school.
Yo, what are you doing, masters?
A masters.
In business?
No, in engineering.
Okay.
I'm doing structural mechanics and materials. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So do you think, actually building off that, do you think traditional roles still apply in 2022 for black women? Like, what do you think the black men are technically looking for in a girl?
Like, you're a black man, so like you tell me like your traditional roles.
Me personally, I do want my wife.
I look you want to hear what Eseosa thinks first.
Okay.
And then we can now verify and validate. Like, I think the question is more like, do you think traditional roles apply? And if you think they do, what are those roles, right? Like, but if you don't think they do, also
okay, let us start first because I don't really get these traditional roles, like like head of the family kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
so like
like the mainstream, like
they expect us to cook and clean.
You expect them to pay, protect. You expect them to, I don't know, like go and kill the armed robber if they come to the house.
Okay, the thing is, I actually love to cook. So like.
Yeah, I see your Instagram.
Yeah, I love to cook. So like that has never been like something that affects like I would cook. Like I would like to try stuff. So like it won't matter. But I would also like my guy to know how to cook. Like, it's not like everybody I've been with like has to know how to cook. right? Because we would be in the kitchen together.
You need to know how
Like-
to boil rice. Right?
Like, no, not boil rice. I mean, like, if I'm going to cook like a whole
Nah,
pot,
man, make odubu soup.
like if I'm going to cook a whole pot of soup and like other things for the whole week, like you would help me chop the stuff. Like you would help me do those extra stuff. Like I am not going to do all this on my own because we're
And you're
all-
there looking.
Yeah, we're all working class. Like
We can
Yeah.
encourage now. We can
Like-
cheer you on.
Clap. Right,
No.
I know what you mean.
I know, yeah.
like I'm not like yeah traditional roles because I actually feel like somebody needs to be the head. Someone has to be the leader. Maybe not all the time in different situations, but like even in school, even at work, there's always somebody on top. So why are you expecting like in the family you wouldn't have that same role? Everything would be equal.
Yeah.
Like then it's too many mouths.
Yeah, let me just say that like the leader of the Afro Journal is actually Bole. She's the head. She's the one that leads the whole thing. So shout out to Bole.
As expected,
Shout out
as
to Bole. Shout out to
expected.
Bole. Queen Bo.
Queen Bo.
I don't know about that one.
She doesn't. She's not accepting her position. But
Her position.
I'm humble. I'm
No, she
humble.
has to be humble. Yeah.
All right. So I mean, I will answer the question as well. I do personally want some sort of tradition in my, household. I don't want to lead. I don't want to be the head. But I also, I cook by myself every day. Like I cannot be doing takeouts. Like my mom will just be running, away from me. So, I will help my wife cook. It's probably going to be 70-30, 80-20 usually. Like probably I'll cook on the weekends because if I'm taking, if I'm providing the money and stuff like that, and she's usually taking care of the kids at that point. Obviously, like during the weekdays, like she'll probably be the one cooking and taking care of the kids and stuff.
But
like
what
that.
if
Then
she's
the
also
weekend-
providing the money?
The
I mean,
question
yeah,
though
I
is
mean,
like,
that's fine.
do you think traditional roles still apply though? Like, you get what I'm saying? I think that was the original question, right? Because now I think we're going to our own personal preferences.
I think it's difficult in 2022. I'm not going to lie to you. Especially because of women are so established in the workforce that it's difficult for them to transition that mindset to like, oh, bro, I'm going to start sitting at home and all this nigga is going to be doing is just bringing in money. Like, she wants to. I'm not trying to say that she wants to feel some sort of usefulness in the world, but like a lot of me as men know that it comes with pride when you're contributing to society and when you're contributing to a project that comes to, reality. So, and women have gotten a taste from that, and it's really hard to go away from that. So, I mean, but I do want my wife to be some sort of like my mother. How to say, like, I think that's the best way to put it. How the woman like because my mom has was getting her PhD. I she still have it. I don't remember. But my mom is an educated woman. You know what I mean? And she had me when she was in university. So when she was getting her masters, and yeah, I just think that if you know your capacity and you're educated enough and you want to do your passion project and stuff like that, but your priority is usually taking care of the family, being a mother first, then I'll accept that. You know what I'm trying to say? Because my mom has her own company too. She has her own, jewelry company. But her first priority was being a mother first. So I want my wife to be that. Obviously, my first priority should be a father as well. And being a father is providing providing a home, being a protector and stuff like that. That's personally what I would love.
Do you know, I actually believe in like everybody I said this to always has like an argument for me. But like I actually believe that like, I'm not saying emergencies, but let me just start with that. My money that I am making is for emergencies.
Okay.
And like, I mean, I'm not going to be in the house like where like, oh, I'm not going to do anything. It's just you. It's just your credit card that I'm using. I mean, like if I need to do, like we can have an agreement that like, oh yeah, you pay for the trips and you pay for like clothing or groceries or whatever it is. But like, I feel like mainly.
No, this is a land.
Land. I'm just looking at Bole's face.
I'm like mainly. I feel like most of the money spent should be yours.
That's okay with
both
me.
people.
Yeah,
So-
no, should be my husband's.
So you're saying you don't want to use your money?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
her money is her money. His money is their
Interesting.
I
money.
think about your boyfriend or your husband.
I'm talking about my husband, like my boyfriend.
Wait, so
But the boyfriend has to know that, because your boyfriend would end up being your husband. Like,
He has to know the criteria that he's meeting already.
I'm not. And trust me, when you say that,
your money is our money.
So her money is her money, and his money is our money.
Is that what you believe?
Because I feel like in life, right, as much as we want to like deny it, right, women already earn less. Even if we are both doing
not black women compared to black men, but actually no, that's actually in our age range.
We're both, if we're doing the same job, I would probably
no.
Like, probably might earn the same. It depends.
No, Eseosa, in our age range from like 18 to 30, black women out earn black men.
I mean, in the same job.
Yeah.
In the same job. I'm just saying. And except from that, like, I would have to at least take, if I want to have 3 kids, I would have to take at least like 8 years out of my life.
Not 8 small years, 8 strong years.
8 strong years out of my life. I'm just saying, like, 8 strong years out of my life, that would already take me back. I mean, 8 years is like from high school. Do you know what I've learned from now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm already calculating that. And I want to be like that on board mother. Like, I'm in every single recite
meeting.
Every single meeting, every PTA, everything. And I'm there, like, there's lunch and everything. I still want to be that mother that's like working and doing my interior designing and owning my restaurant.
Interior designing.
But like, you get what I mean? Like, I will still not be at the threshold that I need to be. And I'm not blaming my children. That is not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, in like those situations, there are some things that would make, I don't want to be having to think about money when I'm doing that.
Yeah,
like
100%. You want to have that freedom of like taking the risk of that, knowing that you have a foundation from your man's.
And because I'm not going to, I don't want to be pregnant and thinking, oh, I have to work.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that.
I kind of understand what you're saying, but I don't know if it's the same thing as your money is our money and my money.
No,
is
like
my
that's
money.
why I started.
I think you said 2 different things.
I have like, and that's why I started with the argument that like, I would do some things. We have an agreement that like, these are the things, and I just mentioned like trips. Maybe that's what sounded weird, but like, there are obviously like major things. Like, if we're going to invest, like, I have money, like, I would invest too. Like, if we're going to do those little things, but like, it shouldn't be like, oh, we need to do mortgage, we're splitting into half.
Yeah, I think what Eseosa is, her man has enough money to provide for both of them. That's what she needs, basically.
Yes.
Right? Like, I mean, my money should not even have a significance in the relationship that we're building. That's what she's trying to say. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Does that sound like gold digging?
No, it doesn't sound. It makes sense. It makes sense.
I mean, Bole, what do you think?
See, the way I envision like my future, I'm very much like with the like, I think like having like a joint bank account. So like what my husband's making, what I'm making, we put that together into one account. So like if it's like a family thing, we just take from there. But like then I have my own, we each have our own personal accounts for like our personal items. So like if I want to buy a handbag, like I'm not going to go to our joint account. I'm going to use my own money.
Okay. I understand that. I agree with that then. Because I was saying like both of your accounts just join like that. I was going to say no, like.
The joint is more for like family, like things like that. And then the personal accounts are for, personal things.
Still watch your wife. Your wife will just be going wild with some shit. Yeah,
Peter, what do you think? Peter, what do you think?
I completely agree, Eseosa. My idea is to be able to provide for me and my wife, and our money should not even be considered. I mean, obviously, in emergencies, let's say we're in a crisis, I lose my job. Yeah. You know what I mean? Our mortgage is due or something like that. I mean, if she has the money to bring out the funds, it makes sense, right? But what I'm trying to say, those are for emergency situations. My job is to take care of you 100%. You're my baby, you're my wife. You're here for life.
I mean, because why would you take me away from my parents' house where they are taking care of me? And
that's what my dad did. So that's my expectation for myself too as well.
So in a sense, traditional roles still apply then.
Yes,
is what we're trying to say.
100%. 100%.
The way I see it is, I mean, I agree with that sentiment. But the only thing I would be like wary of a woman that is like, oh, my money is my money and your money is our money. You need to understand exactly what she's trying to say. Like, obviously, I understand. Like, obviously, me, I have the mindset of I don't want my wife to have to work. Do I want her to work and do her own thing? Like, it's kind of like she has like passion project, whatever it is. She can do that if she wants to do it, right? But I don't want her to have to do it. So obviously, my mindset is already my money is what's going to hold this family. If my wife doesn't make a dime in her life, I should be able to sustain us for the rest of our lives. However, you know, like,
You
I
don't
also
want to
don't want
get
a
the
woman
gold
that's
digger.
like, oh, like, exactly, that's like, oh, like, your money is for us, and then my own is just for me. Don't even look at me. Then it's like, bro, what if you start up with that energy? Then it's almost like I begin to look at you like you're out here looking out for just yourself.
Yeah, that's.
and you don't
I
really
think you
care
need to
for
find a
me as
woman
well.
that values
Yeah.
money. I think that's really important for a wife to understand what money actually is. You know, and regardless of how rich you are, I think it's important for you because there are girls that just be like, they don't even look at price. They don't look at bank account. They're like, let me just buy this shit, man. And to me, that's a huge fucking red flag. Like, you don't look at what you're spending. Like, bro, like, to me, that's like not a culture I would like to promote for my kids. You know what I mean? Like, because money has value, and you know, when you're fortunate enough or when you're rich enough, you kind of skip that stage because you've never been in that kind of struggle. Like me, I've never been able to struggle for money, but I'm trying to teach myself the value of money, if that makes sense. By working by myself, by independent, by doing things by myself, right? So you understand that, like, damn, like, if I don't get this money, or if I get sacked, or if I do this, I don't have a backup. And those are things that you talk about with your 401k. You know, we're saving for 4 months of your salary and stuff like that, of your living expenses. Sorry,
And if you
so
think
those
about
are really
it,
important
those
things
are
to think
those are one
about.
of the things that actually like really stress men out, right? Like when you know that your wife is a liability financially,
Yeah.
right? And I say that very respectfully, right? Like she literally knows nothing about money, nothing about you know that, bro. Like if I'm out, that's it. We're done. But I think but when you know that, okay, like obviously I know I'm providing a bulk of the income, and I'm not like, and to me providing is just
But
one
you
role,
would
it's
know
just
that,
one
like,
thing. But like I know that she get brain for her head. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
she
yes.
has like, you know, like she can handle it. She understands what it takes. And I'm also not holding this money over her, because I also understand why women say that sometimes. Because like it's just what I was saying. If she's going to have kids, if she's going to like take years out of her life to like, you know, be there for the family, and she's not making her own money, all of a sudden this man comes out and is like being greedy with the money that he's making, because he's like, oh, it's my own money, that. Like that's when the guys start going left field. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
understand that sentiment, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you just have to, like, that's why you have to be careful when you're picking. You know, look at the character of the person. Don't just look at the money that they have. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's it.
Preach,
True.
preach,
Yeah.
preach. Beautiful. All right, let's get the closing. You know what I mean? Aspect of this podcast right here before we go into the game. So Bole and Eseosa, please, you know, describe your ideal man's
You
in
know, they said
2022.
that
I mean, it might
Jesus
change in
mentioned earlier that
2023.
they were not meeting her criteria. So,
Yeah, so just describe him. Like, what's
What's
Eseosa, what's his
that
height?
criteria that they don't
Is he
meet?
6'11"?
I
You know, is
first
his
of
name
all, I know
Giannis? Last
it's
name
cliche.
Antetokounmpo? Like,
I actually like Yoruba men, but first of all, the guy has to actually
the demons. Wow, you
No.
like trouble. You
I'll
like
just
wahala.
say-
I can see
you
that.
like Yoruba, man. You don't like
You like
Igbo
trouble.
boys?
You like wahala.
I like Yoruba men, but it seems like Edo guys are the ones that come for me.
Ah,
But-
Yeah, and I do, babe.
Yeah. I'm just saying, and I would like someone that's actually God fearing, to be
Okay.
honest, because I want someone that, like, even if I'm like slacking on like
your fate.
my relationship with God, like the person would remind me. The person is like, oh, like, let's go. Like when I'm down, I'm not saying like the person's like on my back, but the person is there to understand, and it's like not like my building block, but would
And there to
understand direct me,
from-
right?
Yeah.
And I would like someone that not always has the same views as me, but like
Fundamental views.
yeah, and it's he wants me to be happy. Because I'm like, women are generally like very caring anyways, but I'm very caring like when I'm in a relationship with somebody. So like I would want someone that actually doesn't want to see me sad. Like if I say something, would be ready to make it happen, but like it's almost like wants to find like the mid ground. Like it's not like, oh, fuck what you're saying, like
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
know what you're saying. Like wants to be like understanding,
That reminds
like,
me
where
of-
am I coming from.
Yeah, that reminds me of 2019 Peter. Fuck what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, like also tall, please, because
Uh-oh.
Like, what's
That-
your ideal height then? Like, let's be realistic.
to be realistic, like once you're like taller than me or the same height, I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Like
So you can date Taco 4, who is like, 7'4".
I think it's like 7'6".
that would be nice.
That would be
nice.
Honestly, I can see Eseosa.
I've never had that.
Eseosa will be looking like this.
No, you break your neck.
I've never had that. Like, I've never had someone that's like really tall that I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally 0.0000001% of the height population. All right. What else?
I don't know if she was
Is
done
it
though.
just height? You know, I mean, obviously, you say
not
that he's
height,
African.
like, I like beards too.
Oh, you like
Uh-oh.
guys with beards? Oh, so she's from you're out.
And
Sorry.
like, and you know when you have that like broad shoulder kind of thing.
Ah,
You like guys that
oh,
are
so
fit,
you
innit?
like
You like the guys that are fit, innit? They have a little something in it.
Like, like you can carry somebody, but like,
That's why she was talking about. When she talked about those skinny guys that are 5'1", 5'7", she was like, that's why she doesn't want them. She wants the nigga to be able to carry her.
imagine me and like someone that is taller than me. Let's just say here, like, and it's like bulky. Like it just looks like a good mix, eh?
Yes.
Yo.
All right. I love to see it. All right, but like, how about you?
So we already know I like my men tall,
5'9" and above.
6
By the way, she's
feet and
5'2".
up.
She's 5'2", by the way. Just say it.
Wow, that's nice. You guys, you don't even have to like stress at all.
Exactly, like nothing at all. I can't reach something up there, honey. Can you get it? Like no stress.
That's an issue in my household. How can you not reach something?
I mean, that's an issue in my current household. I can't reach certain things.
You know what I'm trying to say? That would be an issue in my household. Like, I'll find
Oh.
an issue with that. Like, yo, how can you not reach something?
Just get out of that, fam. Like, there's a simple solution.
I have a stuffed soul, actually.
You understand?
Exactly.
All right. But let's finish up.
What else? He has to be African. I would prefer West African. What else? He has to. What'd you say?
Nigerian.
Land,
She has stopped denied it.
Stop.
She has stopped denied it.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
No, did that.
Stop disturbing this girl. Let her land. Let her land.
I want somebody who like has a good relationship with his family. Because I want a lot of kids, and I want to have a husband who's, you know, very nurturing and can provide for my kids, you know, go to their games, but also be, you know, a dad, like a good role model. What else? Somebody, emotionally available.
Bob the Builder.
Yes. But emotionally available because I feel like I'm a very emotional person, and sometimes I get in my funks.
Hey, not just in your phone.
Moody.
Well, it can be moody.
I mean, if you want to
That's
call
every
it that.
That's every woman though.
But just somebody who can kind of like be there for me and support me, because, you know, I've been... Actually, let me not say what I'm going to say. I don't want to talk about it. But let's just say I didn't always have the support I needed because he couldn't accurately give that support, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I want somebody who's a shoulder for me to lean on in situations like that.
All right, beautiful.
Makes sense.
I love that you guys did a lot of like personality traits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's beautiful. I like that. Black woman winning all the time, man.
Period.
That's perfect answers right there. Get yourself a black woman, man. All right, let's
How you gonna get yourself a black woman?
There's a high chance. It just increased by 20%.
My guy is not sure.
It just increased by 20%. Right
By 20%.
Honestly,
Okay, you know what?
I'm going to Atlanta. I'm probably going to meet a
A lot of black women.
black woman. So most
Atlanta.
Peter, find me a husband.
find you. I'll hook you up. Don't worry about
I
it.
mean, they say stay away from Atlanta, though.
Send them over.
Oh, I got you guys.
I'm going to come visit
Funny enough,
you.
you guys are not even the only guys that I have asked me, find me a husband in Atlanta. Oh my gosh. But I mean,
Atlanta, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll see.
we'll see. I mean, and there's always there are good guys everywhere. It's just
A matter of finding them.
it's just a matter of finding them.
I actually
All right.
feel like my husband is in 9th, but it's okay.
Really?
I mean, I won't be
There's a good
surprised
chance.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm
good
not surprised
chance.
about that.
There's a very good chance. I know
All right,
your
let's
parents will be
go.
happy about that.
Sorry?
I said I know your parents will be happy about that too.
Oh my god, they'll be excited.
All right, let's go into the game. So this game, since me and Eseosa go way back, she has to give me like an accurate depiction of what type of man Peter Ikechukwu Chuzaliego is. So she's going to be rating my dateability from a 1 to 10 based on 10 questions. So it's going to be a score of 100 overall, but for each question it's from 1 to 10.
Yep.
So we can go
So
turn by
10
turn.
being-
So
10
I don't want to
being-
be the only person saying it, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean 10 being what? 10 being like perfect.
10 being
you know,
like this is it, like
Creme
he
la
got
creme.
it down.
But
Like
the thing
one-
is, you've changed. Like they know you now, like Peter. Like
Yeah.
you are now like the real version of yourself.
okay.
Just give it to him. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it. Give it.
like-
Give what you know. We can.
alright,
We can
alright.
confirm or
We'll
deny. But
average
it's
it
all,
out.
yeah, it's all about you.
It's all for. I mean, actually, Bole can also score me as well, since Bole is there too. So Bole, you can give me a score as well. And be honest.
Of course.
All right, Chisom, do you want to ask the first question?
Yeah. So then I think we're ready.
This first question is already funny. Ask the first question.
I think we already talked about this a little bit, but like score Peter's height, dateability based on his height. Peter, how tall are you,
How
fam?
tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
5'9", 100.
I'm 5'9.5" actually. 5'9.5".
177 centimeters.
Yeah,
For
177
European people and
centimeters.
non-American people. So can
I don't
you,
reach.
score him from 1 to 10?
The
5'9".
average
Peter.
woman is like a 5'7" or 5'5".
5'7".
5'5",
5'4".
I think.
Oh wow.
5'4".
Okay.
Nah.
5'7".
say like
Damn.
5'7".
So from the average, I would say your dateability is like 7.5.
Okay. Bole.
I'll give you a 6.
She didn't want to be mean. She was
You
being
know,
her
women like tall men.
Yay. 6.
Yeah, women like tall men, but
the
they
truth
marry
is that Bole
everybody,
wants to
don't
make
worry
that
about
like a 4. She just says 6 just to be nice. The others, Bole, just give me the other score. Is there anything to do? Are you going to hurt my feelings? I'll go to bed tonight and sleep.
No, I'll give you the 6. The 6
Will you give me the
is-
6? Okay.
Yeah.
And like bring the smoke, baby.
All right. So the next question is that, hey, this one is actually kind of embarrassing. Actually, I don't think Eseosa would know this at all.
Just go, man. Just go.
Does Peter have game? That's a
Rate
good
his
question.
game generally.
Rate
the
my game.
From what I know,
From what you don't say it, man. But Eseosa, did you see? Oh, Eseosa, say it. I don't even want to ask you that question first. Just go.
I would say 4.
Ay, Jesus Christ.
I was going to say a 5.
A 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, Peter, you haven't dated. So, like,
Oh my.
what you might have in the bag is expired.
What?
Oh, Peter will be using lines from 2016.
Expired.
Are you from
Oh,
Tennessee?
pre-COVID
Yeah,
life.
The
yeah,
only
yeah.
10 I see.
Oh my God. Yes, wow. Oh my
Yo.
fucking God.
Yo, Peter, you want to show them that's cap. You want to drop something.
Just shut the fuck up. Remember when we did that competition on the episode?
just saying.
You
Why
messed
you
up.
involving
I got
me?
a
Why you
better score
involving
than
me?
you. So don't
Why
don't
you involving
chat
me,
here.
fam? Why
Don't
you
chat here.
involving
Don't
me?
chat
I
here.
just let you
All
win
right.
that one.
If I'm
that
a
one.
4 or a 5, I think you're a 3 or 2. Okay.
Damn.
Let's leave it as that.
I'm,
All right.
I'm at least a 7.
All right. Yo, you guys gave me a 4 and a 5. This is not going well. All right.
All right. So I'll ask this: on the scale of 1 to 10, how loyal is Peter?
Wait,
Loyalty rating. Be honest.
Be
From
honest,
all
don't
you
say
know about this boy.
you can give
it
me
depends
a
on what, friendship or like.
No, relationship. Friendship. Relationship. Like partner thing.
He said he has cheated before. Like,
Oh.
did you say that?
Yes, I've said it.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
that's just facts that I wanted to drop on the table.
Yeah,
No,
you're just collecting data.
Drop it.
Okay, I would say like with friendship and relationship, like because they both come together, I would say 6.
6.
6.
Okay.
I would say
Wow.
8.
8.
Aww.
After
Bola, I love you.
cheating.
Bola knows the new me, man.
After cheating.
He's changed.
Hey,
he's
this guy,
changed.
this was 15 years ago. Chisom, stop bringing the
15.
past.
Calm down. How old are you, fam? You sound like that guy that like
Let's stop
I've been in
bringing
the
the
game for
past.
20 years or 15 years. I said this was
It's
15 years
actually
ago.
coming to 10 years. It's coming to 10 years.
Actually, that's true, sure.
It's coming to 10 years. It might
10
actually
years?
be 10 by now. Who knows? All
Is
right.
that
so
how long?
Yeah. It was 14,
So it
15.
was
That's when
15.
I was in senior year now.
Okay,
Of Lucky
8
British.
years. 8 years.
Yeah. I'm 24 right now, Eseosa.
No, you said 2014.
No, I said I was 14 to 15 years
Okay.
old
Oh, okay, sorry.
when I did that. So it's coming to 10 years. Next one. Peter's, like, how much of a provider and protector do you think I will be? So from a scale of 1 to 10.
I'd say a 10.
You say a 10?
10.
Wow.
A 10.
From what you said, yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect score, yeah. Wow, Peter. So you knew you were going to ask this question, so you pandered to the dream. No,
No, I didn't find out to anyone's.
no. All right.
This one is a good
10
one.
out. Honestly, I like that answer because Peter has a 10 out of 10. At least, I know if I'm broke, I can always ask Peter for money.
I mean, vice versa.
Yeah, I don't Peter, beg, man.
What's up?
All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate Peter's emotional availability.
Ooh.
I know old Peter, so like it's for
Give
me. I would like he listens sometimes. Like he listens, so I would say 8.
Ooh, 8.
An 8. Wow.
Oh my
This was lover boy Peter, probably. You know, lover boy high school Peter.
I thought I love you for that. Thank you.
I would say like a 6.5.
6.5.
I was expecting worse. I was for
Yeah.
all I was expecting like a 4, a 3. This nigga
Nah, you're
doesn't
not that bad,
listen.
bro. You're not that bad. I mean, we give you
This nigga
shit, but you're not that bad. You know?
I feel like you're emotional, but you don't like to show it, but it shows on you.
Yeah, it shows on me because
He has his
I'm-
moments of
I'm a
dickery.
mommy's boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his moments of dickery, but then he realizes it later. And then,
Like his dick reads that, like when he's a dick, you can see through it. Like
Yeah.
he's just trying to be a dick, so he looks like
Yeah.
he's a dick.
All right.
All right, should I ask this one? Let me ask this
Yeah,
one.
ask this one.
Let me ask this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, you know, like in the past, someone has said that Peter's face card doesn't decline.
Oh yeah, on the
You
episode.
know, shout out. So, you know, I want to ask or present it to you ladies. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fine is Peter?
This is a cringe question, but it had to be answered.
It had
You
to,
know
it
what I
had to be
mean?
asked, you know, because the women look at the face too. You know,
Girl.
they don't look at the wallets.
That's true.
Girl.
Hmm.
Well, like he's not my type.
Don't look at the height now. Just
It's
the
not my
face,
type
fam,
either.
like.
It's okay.
Yeah, just the face, just the face. You said you
Yo,
like beard.
I'm
though.
actually
No
getting
disrespect, no
violated on this
disrespect.
Peter, show them
podcast.
your beard. Peter, show them your
I'm
beard. Show
getting
them your
violated
beard.
on this podcast.
Peter, show them your beard. Show them your beard. Show them, yeah.
Okay. The only thing I would know, you have to remove your cap, then we know.
Ah, with your hair looking crusty like that. How do you off
Yo,
your
my
cap?
hair is not what it is right now. Okay, I need to go to barber shop. All right, that's just
Yeah.
it.
Just give your
Oh
rating.
my
Give your rating.
gosh.
That's it. What you think? What you think?
7.
Hey, Jesus,
7.
7 is not even a good answer.
I was gonna
It's
say
decent, bro.
7.5.
7.5.
gosh.
No, 7.5 is decent. If
Oh
Bole's
my
giving you a 7.5, I'm like, those Bole's boys. Are
Honestly,
like,
I think
those ones are like
I
4.
think they're being nice. So I'll keep on saying this. I just think they're being nice. All right, I think they're being nice. Because clearly, like my height already disqualifies me. Let's be honest here. So,
At the end of the day, I want to see who these people marry. You know, because we're
Yeah,
not talking
yeah.
the big game. At the end of the day, they'll go and bring a man that's like that. Love will shower them with love. Ask them how tall that nigga is. He's 5'7". It's like, bro.
God forbid.
Please, oh God, please, oh. No.
all right, I think I have this one in the bag because I think I'm quite, How funny am I? On a scale from 1 to 10.
Not you saying you have it in the
These
bag.
guys don't have it in the bag.
I was gonna say like
It's
a
the-
7.
It's the confidence for me. Yeah.
You guys are actually fucking me over right
You're
here.
not that funny. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you crack some jokes, but I wouldn't call you a funny guy.
Let me just dash you like
Tell
the
him.
six. The six.
A 6.
Nah, actually, we're cutting this part out of the podcast.
My guy said I have it in the bag.
We're cutting this part out of the podcast. You guys are actually violating me on this podcast.
The best part was your family man question.
You guys are messing me up, man.
I thought I was going to get points here.
I was actually messed up. You guys give me a 6 on funny.
I hope you're adding it up.
They gave you 4 and 5 for games.
If I'm
so
a
like,
6,
bro.
honestly, I'm the funniest on the Afro Journal podcast. We literally voted on
Well, the
this.
question wasn't who is Peter the funniest
Oh,
person
how about
within
a
the
6
podcast.
on the? Yo, that's wild.
You're not the only guy in this world.
I don't think he's funny. He's the funniest on the podcast, but that'll just be
Jesus,
speaking
shut
on
the
a
fuck
personal level.
Jesus, keep quiet.
But that's a different conversation.
Oh my gosh, that's like giving
Alright.
6. It's okay.
All right, so let's see.
I hope you're adding it up. Let's see.
No, we got you. All right, let's
I'm
see if you
looking
can
like
get
an
some
NR
points
right
here.
now. I'm not gonna lie to you. The scores are not looking strong, but we'll move.
All right.
Yeah.
So, how good of a father do you think Peter is going to be on the scale of 1 to 10?
That's actually a good question. How good of a father would I be?
Can I ask you something?
Ask away.
Ask him. Give him an
Sorry.
example.
What is like? Okay, give me 3 things you feel like you would want to teach your children.
That's a good question.
I want to teach. I think the 3 things that I want to teach my children. You're putting me on the spot here, but what my father taught me is what exactly my father taught me is taking responsibility for yourself, right? Understanding that if you put in the work, you will surely succeed. I think that's one thing that my father kept on pushing me. Like, you're not dumb, you're not stupid. You know what I mean? No one has 2 heads or 2 brains. Everyone has 1 brain. And if someone can do it, you can do it. So always have a strong self-belief in yourself. And family is really important. I think that's one thing my dad taught me. Like, no matter how fucked up your brother or whatever they do to you, always have an open arm with your siblings. 100%, regardless of that. Forget the past. Always keep family strong. That's important. Like, always 100% keep the family strong. Those are all the key things my dad taught me. So I would definitely teach that to my kids. Like, tips of protect your sister. Make sure your sisters. Always call your sisters. Always call your brothers. Make sure they're okay. You know, blah blah blah. Those kind of stuff. And obviously, I'm the first son, so I'm kind of like taking the whole load of those nonsense.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Were those good answers? Were those good answers?
They're really good answers.
Yeah. All right. How good of a father do you think Peter is going to be?
I would say it's 10. Not 10, 9.
9.
I don't think anyone can
I
be a
feel
perfect
like
father.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
nobody. But I feel like I also feel like you would also be a very like funny father. But not funny. Not funny. I hope so.
Oh, okay.
No, even if you're not really funny on the
Even
podcast,
though you're not funny, you'll be a funny dad. You get me? You get
like
me?
I know that you'll be like one of those fathers that would probably joke around with your children and make sure that like they get to learn all those little things like cycling and swimming kind of thing. You would be like invested in
Just
that.
make sure they don't
little-
Yeah.
drown, man. Because Peter
Like-
be drowning out here.
Oh, the Eseosa, man. You know, I haven't swum in like almost 4 years.
What? You have to make sure you do it. So sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Puerto Rico and I nearly drowned. But that's another story.
That's another story.
You're swimming with the fish.
Oh my
With the
gosh.
fish, man. All right, Bole.
I would give you a 9 too. I feel
9?
like you'd be a very like hands-on and involved father.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, even though he'll sacrifice his family for.
That's funny that you still bring up
What-
that. That's hilarious. All right.
All right.
This 9, honestly, I'm not expected to do. My parents will be quite disappointed.
Don't say anything, man. Let them give their honest answers. Don't say
All
anything.
right. How spiritually connected or inclined am I from a score from 1 to 10? Eseosa.
I really don't know you now, but like
Yeah.
from what I know you, we never really spoke about.
Yeah, religion, Christ. Because I was
Religion.
Catholic. Were you Catholic?
No, but like my grandma is Catholic, so
Yeah.
I
okay.
kind of understand like the religion. No, it's still Christianity.
It's still Christianity, but obviously it's sort of different.
Yeah, but how often do you go to church?
Non-existent.
Okay, so I would say you're not religious.
Yeah.
So what number would you give him?
I'm. It's not that I'm not religious. I keep it in mind, and I pray here and there. I probably during a week, I probably pray like once a week or twice a week. But I'm always thinking about God in my head, 100%.
Yeah. The
So
thing is,
I personally
religion,
would give myself like a 4 or a 3.
I was gonna give you a 4.
Yeah.
religion
I didn't like
also
that
comes
years of
with
a number.
age. It comes with age. I feel like most people have obviously gotten a lot of it, but like I feel like the older you get, the more religious you are.
Mm.
Um,
I think you can go either way though. You can become more religious, or you can become less as you grow older as a person.
Yeah, I mean, some people just drop it, just like, yeah, this shit doesn't make sense.
Yeah. All right.
So what number would you give him?
Yeah, from what you said, like once a week is not enough.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I would say 3, but
3?
I'm not to judge, to be honest. So.
Nah, it's okay. It's fine.
Judgment is fine. This is a safe space for judgment.
Yeah.
But what about you?
This last question is actually wild. I can't. Now that
Hold on. You said 4 Bole? Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I'm reading these questions are actually wild.
Bro, let me ask you, can I?
We actually have to do this for Bole and Chisom. Because I want to get these shots
Of course.
or this nonsense right here.
Sorry, the
But
future.
I
the
expect
future.
all high 9s and 10s.
Oh, for yourself.
Let's just talk about game. Does Bole have game? Zero.
Oh, you're
Zero.
absolutely right. I don't.
Wow.
But I know how to flirt. So, like, I feel like that for women, that's kind of game.
What's not how to
As long as you can return the ball, then like it's fine. You don't have to be able to initiate it, but as long as you can
give her
return
a-
Oh,
it.
I can return. Your girl can
cool.
return.
Cool.
All right, last question.
r-
I don't even
last
want
question.
to be here listening to this last question. This one is wild.
No, I'll ask it.
Ask
Okay,
it.
so on the scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend Peter to your friends?
Hey. Actually, thinking about it, I'm actually very.
Just keep quiet. Let them think. And then give their honest answer. I don't want to hear anything from your boyfriend. I don't want you to sell
Oh
yourself.
my
I don't want
God.
nothing.
I can't sell myself. Okay.
You guys after they give you their score, they can give you. You can give you
yeah,
all the
just,
videos.
just give me the score. I say the truth. There's nothing really bad to hide, honestly.
It's a hard question.
It's a hard question, yeah.
It's hard, honestly, yeah.
What would you rank?
But just remember, we're on the Afro Journal. I see you every day, so.
What does that have to do with this?
If you say it mad,
You just try to bribe her.
if you say it mad,
I feel like I would.
Like I know where
I
you
would-
live.
I'll give you 8. Like I would recommend Peter if I know he's serious about the person.
yeah. Ooh, 8. I love that. And also, I'll say that I'm 24. I don't think I'm at the age yet of taking the relationship. I'm still, building my empire.
All
right.
Let me hear Bole's number before you keep saying
But
more, babe.
let's say your number. But be truthful though.
No, yeah.
Let me not sell
I mean,
myself.
all my answers have been truthful.
Wow.
I will give you a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
That's a pass. That's decent, bro. That's decent.
7.
Yeah, 7.5 husband
I mean,
material.
trust me, anything less than a 5 is like you're not recommending him.
Yeah, I mean, because it takes a lot to recommend someone to your friend,
Yeah.
and like at least your actual friend, because it's almost like, yeah, like say, oh, I care about you, and I'm handing your heart over to this person. It's like, bro, like, yeah,
Alright,
but I guess we can
average it out,
average
right?
this thing out real quick. You have your number, Peter.
I'm literally 69.
That's like I got 69 too.
And out.
Hey,
Yo.
you're almost there.
You're almost there, bro.
gosh.
You're almost there. You just need maybe when you're 20, maybe when you're 28.
Oh,
You
can I
hit
just say
that
what
part.
lowered my scores? So the two things that lowered my scores were am I spiritually inclined? Do I have game?
You have game.
That game
Yeah.
question, honestly, I think you guys fucked up hard. Because I know, because ladies don't know how to rate game. That's why they're ladies, man. Honestly,
I mean,
that's
like,
why
I
give
mean,
it out to
I
you.
feel like we're the ones that getting the game, so we were kind of like,
But so I've
no.
never performed games on you.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen what
That's
you.
kind of like
said,
what
and,
she
like-
thinks though. Like, you
And
don't
so,
have
sir,
to
if you're
perform it.
talking about what I think you're talking about,
No, but like even the way, like some, like, you know how some guys. Well, for me, like game is like you're just like.
You're just
you
smooth
don't-
with
it
it.
just flows. It's
You
just
know what
like
to say at the right time.
smooth, Like
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
just
so, sir,
like,
but when you're around me, I joke around with you. I'm not like trying to slide
and I know
into
that,
this
but
thing or
like,
nothing
but
that.
like from my view, I just feel.
You're not giving
Jesus
game vibes,
Christ.
fam. Like there are some guys that are joking around and chilling.
Honestly,
they
true.
give game vibes.
True.
Like
I'll
Bole-
say that.
like
I'll
Bole-
say
what did Bole give
naturally.
you?
I'll say naturally.
I
I'm
gave you
much-
a 5. 4.
She gave me a 5.
5.
Oh,
I'll
5.
say naturally, like I'm much more of like a happy-go-lucky type of guy. Like you don't see like game from me, like that type of energy I give. But
Yeah, but that's your vibe. Like,
but
so if you
let me
ask
just
the-
say
But
this:
Peter, like, when
I
I'm ready.
have game. I
If you
have,
ask,
and I know I have game.
if you ask, oh, is Peter a happy-going kind of guy? We would have said like 8, right? But you asked again.
Because
You
I'm a
asked for
funny
game.
guy. Because I'm a funny guy. It's alright. I'll tell you, if you can be funny, you have game. That's all I know.
That's
Okay.
true.
That's
If
very
you're
true.
funny, then you have game, but you're also
you're
not
funny,
funny
you have
apparently because they give what they give you for funny. They give you 6 or 7.
They are haters. That's what I can say with that one. They are haters. That's like give me 6.
Because I don't find you funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, like some people that you talk to and then like, yeah, like this guy is funny. You can't stop like laughing. Like you're
know what,
like you're like
yeah.
smiles. You're like
Damn, bro.
That's hilarious.
You know what I'll
That's
say
it
though?
is.
Like, I mean, people say that Peter is funny when he's not trying to be funny, right? So just Peter being Peter. So I think that's kind of what Eseosa was maybe alluding to when she was like, he thinks you'll be a funny father, right? Because I just think you'll be funny for your kids to watch you just do your thing, and they're just like, "What's this nigga doing?" And you just crack them up, right? But when it comes to like actual jokes, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Just so you open your mouth as if you have something going on for yourself.
I'm just
Just
saying,
close
bro,
your mouth.
bro.
All right?
You know me. I
Just
come with the
close.
jokes. I
We
come
go
with
back,
the jokes
we
every day.
can go
If
back
we-
to the data from the Afro Journal voting.
Just because I had an off day,
I'm still
right,
ahead
doesn't
of
mean-
you, nigga. I'm still ahead of you. The 2 instances of you trying to show that you have something, you banged. All right?
What was the second instance?
And the second instance is the Bole trying to speed game to Bole, but you failed.
What
with
was the
that
first one?
one. The first one is the voting, and the other one is speeding game to Bole. You understand? So the 2
I mean,
instances
the voting
where-
was skewed. Is it alright?
it's skewed. So the whole thing is skewed. Then. We can just cancel the whole thing. All right.
Oh,
And so that's it, man. That's it right there. So as you guys know, I'm a 69 out of 100. Haha.
Yep.
So
Not the
6.9.
I mean, that's almost 70. That's almost 70.
Like
That's
a
almost
6.9 is
Yeah.
like you can approximate yourself to a 7. I'm a
Yeah.
7 out of 10, so it's not bad.
That's not bad. That's like
Kevin Samuels
most
is
people.
there.
Nobody is 100 and nobody is like 90.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people are just pretty close, like me, but it's alright. We're not talking
Yeah.
about those. Though. We're talking about the 70% guys.
Like if you ask if Chisom is emotionally available,
We're not asking about all that right now, fam. We're not asking about all that right now. We're focused on you right now. We can leave it for the future.
and honestly, this thing is kind of against me as a 5'9" man. That first question right there, it's life. Honestly, it's
Set
life.
the tone.
Just take your score and run with it. The score does not define you, guys. That's what it is. Move ahead.
It's a
But
bit motivating.
Yeah, that's us. Like the woman for you would probably rate you like a 90, right?
100%.
I mean, like if we ask the other babe from Puerto Rico, how fine is Peter? Peter will
Oh
definitely
my
clock
god!
like a
Shut the
9.
fuck up, bro.
You feel me? You
Oh
feel
my
me?
God.
How was Puerto Rico though?
Puerto Rico was fun. It was good.
It was a
You
vibe.
should watch our vlog.
I didn't.
the
I
African-
haven't watched it. I will check it out.
Yeah.
Is it like on YouTube too?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
it's
on the
on
Afro
YouTube,
Journal YouTube channel.
Okay.
Subscribe and like, guys.
I can do that today.
Hey.
After
I
this.
love it.
Oh my god!
love
I
it.
didn't know that you guys had YouTube. You guys,
Yeah, we have
don't
YouTube.
post it like you only put. I only see it on Instagram like once in a while.
We tell
Like,
you.
it doesn't-
We tell you to click the link all the time.
I guess we
You
should
know,
we should do a better job at posting our shit. Like,
Honestly,
it's
I
kinda
think what we
like-
need to do,
I
we
think
need
a
to
lot of
put-
people say that.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is put like the YouTube logo, like at the
Include
end
the
too as
link.
well.
Yeah.
The YouTube, Spotify, and stuff, so they can know that it's actually on
They know
YouTube
it's
as well.
everywhere. Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
everywhere.
Thank you,
Right.
thank you, Eseosa, for that advice. Because you see that
I'm sure you've heard it before.
This is the first time I'm hearing
Yeah,
it.
I've
I thought it was
never
obvious, but
Now I've heard some people say that like they didn't know they thought we just posted the clips just for
Oh,
Instagram. And
okay.
that was it. They didn't think we were actually on YouTube.
Post it on Twitter. Post it on Snapchat. Like you never know who's gonna watch it.
Eseosa, I
like,
don't do Snapchat. I mean, they do Snapchat.
Even if you don't do it, like just post it. Like
Thank you. Someone has to talk to this boy.
Just one person, and then
you hear one
Someone has to
person.
talk to this boy.
All right, thank you, Eseosa, for being on the Afro Journal podcast. I really enjoyed the conversation we had.
Thank you so
loved
much.
it.
All right, it was so
I loved
nice.
it.
It went by real quick. I mean, it's almost a 2-hour, episode. But we love to see it. We love to see when we can just, vibe and keep
vibe.
on going.
Vibe.
All right, it's been your. Let me just actually do this. The journal entry for today. What's my?
You want to explain what the journal entry is?
So the journal entry is just a quote. As I know what a journal is, right?
yeah.
It's like it's just random stuff that you can just say, but it's going to be an audio format of it, basically. So I can just say that my journal entry for today is have a beautiful night, right? Or like, oh, love is love, or get
Or it's
yourself an
mostly like if you had a
unapologetic black
diary.
woman.
Yeah, it's mostly like if you had a diary, what would you write in it? That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like if you had a personal diary, and then you just share it with us.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can't think of mine right now, so one of you guys go.
I mean, but you want to go?
I mean, I'll go. I have it.
Okay. Alright. What's yours?
Okay, my journal entry for this week is shout out to Niger Babe.
Oh, let that be written in the stones of Afro Journal.
Yeah, hopefully this stuff goes well.
Let
before
that
Niger
be
Babes
written
become
in the
Devil
stones
Babe.
of Afro Journal.
Who is Niger Babe?
And we should do like a before and after. Bole is about to change her last name to a Nigerian last name. is what I'm saying right now. I'm just saying.
We're not there yet.
All right, Eseosa, do you have your journal entry? Just something short and sweet. Doesn't need to be long.
Probably like love yourself before you love anyone else.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Great.
And right along those lines, I'm going to say, be kind to one another. Yeah, that's about it. Just be kind to one another.
Yeah, I like that. For me, I would say black women are the best, man, at the end of the day. So I think you all need to keep your heads up. The creme la creme. You know, Peter rolling his eyes because he's not.
Big guy is selling his stocks. He's trying to sell that, trying to put those stocks in. Trying to get those points.
Now I'll say this: every woman is wonderfully and beautifully made, right? But in my humble opinion, black women are the creme la creme. So it just is what it is.
Beautiful. We love to see it. We love to see it. I support you, my brother. All right. It's been your boy, Peter and Chibuzo Aliogo Jr.
And your glazed chocolate donuts, Bole Akume.
It's your green flag, you know, the funniest guy on the Afro Journal podcast. Your toasted caramel, your vintage chocolates, and the calm in your storm. Chisom, AGK, Jeremiah, Kaf.
Still will forever be cringe. Eseosa, close us out.
Thank you for watching and subscribe to Afro Journal. Eseosa Bello here. First time, loved it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we out.
Thank you. We out.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.